Hey folks, it's Cameron from the Brushfire Mind, and this is coffee. If you check out the link down below in the description, you can find ways to support us by buying us more coffee. Okay, thanks.
Warner Brothers Discovery CEO defends canceling DC's Batgirl movie. I swear that was an accident.
Well, Freud was right. Yeah. Hey, speaking of corporations that want to get woke and go broke, hey, I want to make a transition joke. I can make the transition joke in the next one. It'll fit. We can roll. Yeah, let's go this direction next. I could go ahead and say transition for the next one, and it will still...
So, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO defends canceling DC's Batgirl movie. I swear that was an accident.
Well, Freud was right.
So what happened, Cameron?
Well, bunch of corporate merger stuff happens, and Discovery, somehow the Discovery Channel now owns the DC properties. This stuff could be tough to come up with, to keep up with, rather. But David Zaslav apparently is known for he's not afraid to be brutal. He's the guy that will say, nope, this is not working, pull the plug, no reason to throw good money after bad. Like canceling CNN Plus about 12 minutes after it launched, because that was obviously not going anywhere. And he is the kind of guy that will say, gosh, you guys have spent an estimated $70 million making this Batgirl movie. That's a real shame, because we're pulling the plug on it.
Yep.
And that might sound insane, okay, but guys like him understand some things, okay? One, there is a point where you could just stop. At any point in time, you can walk away. Always, you can walk away. It is never too late to do the right thing. And so what he understands...
You're talking about the sunk cost fallacy.
Right. Well, he also understands that there's going to be marketing associated with this movie. And even if it just goes to streaming, there will be rights deals and license deals and commercials, and all that'll cost money. And so, you know what? No. And I think Zaslav understands something else. At some point, if you keep pissing in your fans' faces, they're going to stop coming back.
Correct. In fact, it's already happened. We've seen, several of the DCU movies have just been awful.
Yes.
And the ones that haven't been completely awful have been weak at best. The DCU, they wanted so badly to compete with the extraordinary success of the Marvel Universe. And they could have, they really could have, and they chose not to.
Well, they wanted to take all the shortcuts. And by the way, Legion says the leading actress looks like Brittany Griner. Is that top comment worthy? Because that's what made me laugh.
Boston Strong says, can Kyle make it to Fortnite?
Boston Strong?
Dr. Metaverse. Used to be Boston Strong. He's the Fortnite guy.
Okay, sure. I must have. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I see what happened.
Can Kyle Rittenhouse make it to Fortnite? Yes.
Stryker
asks, has anybody seen Habeas? Not in the chat this morning. I don't see him. We may have to go check his door for feds.
Right. So I really hope
spicy in the thread. They might have got him.
I hope that this is a herald of things to come, because look, this had Brendan Fraser in it, and it had Michael Keaton in it, and it had Michael Keaton even playing his original Batman role, and this was like a passing of the torch movie.
Right.
You know what's like, this could have been amazing. In fact, this should have been amazing. And apparently it was not.
Well, and it's from, so obviously we don't know. We haven't seen the film, and we're
Probably
never
will.
going to. But there are some things that we do know about the direction that these films have been going. One, DCU films are of inferior quality compared to their competition in the MCU. Well, it's standard procedure. You take a look at this shot from the set. DCU films are shot in the dark because it covers up lazy, cheap set dressing. It makes special effects cheaper because as long as it's so dark, you can use bokeh to hide a lot of, this statue is actually just
styrofoam.
Styrofoam. If that, it might just be one of those life-size cutouts or whatever. So you can always. That's one of the reasons so many directors and producers get their early starts. Their first several films are either black and white or they do horror movies. Because horror movies, you shoot it in the dark, you don't show the monster, you could play a lot with the psychology of making the audience imagine the monster and conveniently save a pile of money on not showing the monster, i.e. not spending a pile of money on the costuming and keeping someone in the costume and whatever effects go along with making the monster work. That's why so many directors, their first movie is something like Killer Cart, where it's a movie about possessed shopping carts in a nearly abandoned grocery store and after hours. You got 4 actors and your monster's literally a shopping cart that you've cut in half and put some hinges on. It's a great flick, by the way. It's hilarious.
Yes.
But B horror is a great place to get started with that, and the entire DCU kind of bears on that. It's like, we've got multi-million-dollar budgets to make these movies with, but Marvel's already given us a ready audience. Let's take advantage of that, and it worked with the first one. It didn't work as well with the second one, and even less with the third one, and it just kept going downhill and downhill. Well, right before this, obviously, DCU had a few flops, not least of which was the second Wonder Woman. Right? They had the first Wonder Woman movie was great, fantastic cinematography, good story, and
except for the end.
Yeah, the end was a little shaky, but it was solid. It was generally solid flick. And then the second one was the whole she-man woman power.
And Donald Trump bad. God, he just
it was man bad,
heads.
woman weak, but here's a heroine with magic to avenge all the poor abused ladies.
Yeah, with
And people don't like it.
Yeah, and the villain is like, I want to be more like you, so she turns into a feral animal, and it's like, I don't think you guys understand the message. I know the message you're trying to send, but I don't think you understand the message you're actually. I don't think you understand the message you're actually sending.